it is so critically important. Just this week, 2 announcements, which, people are looking for miracles. One, in mice, they have reversed diabetes. That's amazing. And they see no reason why it will not work with humans. Reverse it totally, genetically. And the second thing that they did this week is they have broken the genetic code in meningitis, so that now they can find out how it is that meningitis happens, and they can reverse it. So, these things that are happening constantly are wonderful, wonderful things, which are setting the stage for this tremendous conflagration in the sky and for the change upon the earth. So I hope last week those who were here walked out fully confident that everything that I have ever said to you about this stuff in this room has been proven. No faith required, no maybe. Everything has been proven, and proven with no room for doubt. That would seem a monumental expectation on my part, but I feel that you should be so confident that within your own minds that there is no doubt. Because faith is not necessary. Proof is scientific, and you have seen it with your own eyes. And I don't mean because supernova looks like an eye in the sky and Eta Carina looks like an angel. I mean because science has found DNA coming from both of them, and because science has stated that both of them are affecting the earth and will affect the earth more, and because medical science is coinciding the dates of curing cancer with the same time frame that the National Aeronautics and Space Agency uses to predict the explosions of the supernova. Now, all things together, those are what I mean by the puzzle. All things together reach out to you, and they say, you have proof. Now, will you take part in it? And you say, take part in what? Take part in turning your head in the direction of the light. And I'm not speaking in New Age terms. What I'm saying is, can you forget God and instead of praying to a supreme human being, begin to flow in a harmony with the supreme light being? So when I ask you to forget God, I'm not in any way abandoning the supreme. I am turning to the supreme. I'm abandoning the fairy tale of this superhuman being that sits up in an office somewhere. And instead, I am asking you to focus on the supreme light being that is the creator and healer of the universe. Now, let me show you this. If we look at overhead B8, Joan, I'll show you what I am driving at here. What you have always referred to as God is specifically clarified here. The message we have heard and declare unto you, and this should end it. God is light. Now that's from the Bible. God is light. So how do you worship light? There are people going into churches all over the world today to worship God. But really what they have to be doing is worshiping light. How do you do that? How do you talk to light? I mean, how do you pray to light? Would you like to kneel in front of this bulb and ask it something? How do you do that? And the reason you don't know how to communicate with light is because you've never tried to talk to light before. You always talk to people or you talk to pets, but you've never talked to light. But that's the deal. God is light and you are light, so it's light to light. How do you do that? So you'd have to forget everything that you've ever learned, in the same way that scientists have had to forget that the speed of light is constant.